The choreographic canvas. Choreography is a trained skill that needs to be worked on just as a dancer trains to perfect her moves. The effect of a beautifully choreographed piece is what allows the audience to transcend both the dance and the dancer and find their own connections with what they see. This video is the introduction to choreography in Bharatanatyam. Dance by itself cannot hold up without music, and music ideally needs to be composed for a specific theme or story. I use original music for all my productions, but it is not always possible to have resources for this. All the same, it is important to find music that has a feel or emotion that can be identified as a thread running throughout the entire piece. Let's consider a piece of music that we shall approach with 4 different visualizations. In the first visualization, I see the music has in one of the layers the sound of the bamboo reed, and I imagine myself as floating over flowing water, dipping my fingers to touch the surface and echoing the sound of the violin with my body. The bow of the violin gives it a voice. The violin's voice is sometimes open and sometimes soft, with a little tremble, and my movements resonate this by contractions and extensions, much like the sound itself. My visual pacing of when I choose to move in it and when I choose to hold and linger through a note is spontaneous and allows me to feel a connectedness to the music each time I dance this piece. Each movement is steeped in that sense of floating over a pool with the cascading musical notes of the violin orchestrating the movements of my body. The second visualization I created specifically for students who might be new to this kind of body work, and for this purpose, it is best to start off where the mudra is held as Pushpaputa. So the arm positions are restricted. This way, the students can really focus on finding the flow in the piece. The violin is the prominent melody in the music, and it will need to be evoked in some physical manner in any choreography. Rather than showing the bowing of the violin overtly, I have used the theme of inertia in choreographing this piece. Inertia is the resistance to movement, and it is that which keeps the movement that stems from the legs and core to echo upwards to the shoulder, neck, and the head. My direction to these students would be to find the lingering note to parallel the inertial pull of the body in movement until it suddenly overcomes the resistance with a follow-through echo traversing through the upper part of the body. In such movements, the head and neck move as an after effect of the torso movement rather than with the rest of the body. The lightness of the violin notes are sometimes seen as fleeting jumps where the feet hardly contact the floor. The extensions and bends of the body are much like the sustained note or the curved inflections of the music itself. Here are two additional interpretations for the same bit of music. I was inspired by a sculpture from Nepal of an apsara holding a bell. And in the last visualization, I play a woman who lives under a diaphanous veil. The veil is a metaphor for whatever imagination can make it become. The purpose of dance is to add a dimension that is beyond the music, and it is that which makes the experience for the audience rich and complete. Overinterpretation, finding ways to fit movements that one is comfortable with, emphasizing the dancer's own abilities are all pitfalls that do more to distract the audience than keep them spellbound. The content and the music provide the canvas. It is the role of the choreographer and dancer to paint the picture for the audience. Every sketch, every painting made in practice is what leads the final portrait to become perfect.